What's up guys, John here from TestPrepInsight.com. Today I'm going to be breaking down the Magoosh GRE prep course. Now, Magoosh is a super popular prep option among students getting ready to take the GRE, but with the price point that's generally a fraction of what other prep companies charge, a lot of people often wonder how this course actually stacks up. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about here today. Our team has actually purchased the Magoosh GRE prep course and used it to prep, evaluated all their different study materials like video lessons and practice tests. So hopefully we can give you some solid advice on how this course actually rates out. Now if you're ready, let's get to it. Alright, let's jump right in. So I'll just start by saying that if at any point during this video review you feel like you need some more information, there's a couple easy options for you. First, I'll have links down in the description below over to Magoosh's website where you can check this course out for yourself. And I'll also have a link over to our website where we have a full detailed written review of the Magoosh GRE course. Or better yet, you can always just Google Test Prep Insight Magoosh GRE review. That's a great way to get there too. Okay, so let's kick this video off by talking about arguably the most important category. And that's the overall quality of the curriculum and coursework for Magoosh. And in my opinion, despite being a budget prep option, Magoosh still offers a lot of value in this category. You get access to 100 or so video-based learning modules, which are offered through a freely accessible library. And this is one of the cool things about the Magoosh course that I actually really liked. Whereas most other GRE prep providers like Kaplan and Princeton Review run you through their prep material in a rigid order, Magoosh takes more of a laissez-faire approach to curriculum order and puts you in the driver's seat for determining what to study and when. Now, to be clear, for students that want some guidance, Magoosh does offer suggested schedules which will run you through the prep material in their suggested order, but generally speaking, we like the more liberal structure of their coursework. And as for the quality of these video lessons, I was actually a pretty big fan. Each of these learning modules, as I've been calling them, are really comprised of a video lesson or two, followed by a short practice set of 5 to 10 problems to reinforce what you just learned. Now, the video lessons themselves are a little lacking in the production value department. They take the format of a PowerPoint-style slideshow with instructor voiceover and notes on screen with a stylus. It's a pretty classic form of video lesson, but definitely not my favorite. If you want to see some more detail about what I'm talking about, check the link down below the video screen over to our website where we have a bunch more screenshots and written analysis on this. But that said, the content in these lessons is on point. Everything the Magoosh team covers is extremely comprehensive and insightful, and I was pretty impressed with the level of detail here. In addition, I like the fact that they incorporate practice problems right after the video lessons to reinforce what you just learned. And beyond these learning modules, which are focused on narrow subtopics of the GRE, at any time you can create a totally customized practice question set through their quiz generator tool. This practice set generator is one of the highlights of the Magoosh course in my opinion. It really allows you to zero in on your weak spots and hammer practice problems. But all in all, looking at the curriculum as a whole, I was very impressed with the Magoosh GRE coursework, especially given the cost. And on that point, that leads me to our next category, pricing. And honestly, there's not much to say here that you don't already know. Magoosh offers incredible value. At right around $180 for their premium 6-month course, Magoosh offers about the best bang for your buck in GRE prep, apart from maybe Achievable, their biggest budget prep course rival. But for comparison purposes, Magoosh is generally less than half the cost of self-paced courses from Kaplan, Princeton Review, and Manhattan Prep. So there's no doubt, if you're working on a tight budget, or you just don't want to spend up for a course from one of the big boys, Magoosh should be right near the top of your list. Plus, what's nice about Magoosh is that they routinely offer discounts. I know, it's kind of hard to believe given their already low prices, but you can generally score anywhere from 10 to 20% off their GRE courses, so make sure to check out the description below. Myself and the rest of the team will do our best to update that text below the screen with any coupons or codes that might be floating around out there to help save you some cash. Okay, so the next category to talk about is the quantity and quality of Magoosh's practice material. And I'll just start by saying that I think Magoosh lacks on the quantity front, but really holds their own when it comes to overall quality. In terms of numbers, Magoosh only offers about 1,400 practice problems and 3 full-length practice tests. These numbers are really nothing to write home about and are generally on the lower end among GRE prep courses. But with that said, the quality of these practice questions is really spot on. Our team found the Magoosh practice questions to be highly realistic of actual GRE problems across all question types. And we generally had no complaints about the length, difficulty, or content of the Magoosh practice material. And where we actually give Magoosh a bump, even over bigger players like Kaplan, is with respect to their practice problem explanations. With every one of their practice problems, you get both a video explanation and a text explanation. The two explanation types generally track each other, but it's still really helpful to get the solutions to your practice questions broken down in multiple formats, especially the video explanations for visual learners. The format of these video explanations is generally the same as the video lessons, so a little lacking, but overall, we found the Magoosh explanations to be highly detailed, analytical, and written in easy to understand terms. So a big thumbs up there. Okay, so the final category to cover today is supplemental resources. But I should mention before we get into that, since you're studying for the GRE, every single month we give away a free prep course to one of our subscribers just to help them prep. If you want a chance to win a free prep course yourself, there's just 3 simple things you need to do. I'll toss those up on the screen right here, and I'll also have all the detail down below in the description. It's super simple. It'll take you less than 10 seconds, and you have a chance to win a free prep course to save yourself some money. Heck, you could even win a free Magoosh GRE prep course. Okay, so on to those extra resources. And I'll start by saying that I generally love the extras that Magoosh gives you, with one notable exception: books. There are no prep books with the Magoosh GRE prep course, which is a bummer for students like me that like to follow along with lessons in a hard copy book to take notes and dog-ear pages. But this is sort of the Magoosh pitch, right? I mean, they're a 100% online GRE prep company that allows you to study from anywhere, at any time, and on any device. And what I will say is that for those students that absolutely need a book, Magoosh does sell a standalone GRE prep book on Amazon, which doesn't necessarily track with their online course, but it's still a nice supplement. You can generally pick one up online for less than $20, and they make for a decent complement to the course. I'll add a link to that down below in the description. Anyway, as for the extras that Magoosh does offer, I have to admit, I was frankly pretty surprised at the level of resources they give students here. And I say surprised because some of these resources aren't even offered by the big test prep companies that cost 2 times as much. You're gonna get 24/7 email support, math and vocab flashcards, a vocabulary building tool, suggested study plans, a mobile app, and some general test-taking tips and strategies. It's a lot, to be honest. But among all of these, I think the highlight is the email support. If you ever get hung up on a practice problem explanation or want a clarification on something from a video lesson, you can just shoot the Magoosh team a quick email and they'll get back to you within a day or so. I personally tested this feature, and in my experience, they were true to their word. One of their in-house GRE pros picked up my question and got back to me within 24 hours. Now, to be clear, this isn't in the same ballpark as GRE tutoring, but if you need some one-off support here or there with random questions, this was an awesome feature we were really happy with. Okay, so that about wraps up the detail for this video. So to help put things in perspective, let's take one last look at the pros and cons of this Magoosh course side by side. And as far as the major pros for this course, you've got number 1, more than 100 really solid lessons that, while lacking in production value, are comprehensive and spot on in terms of content. Number 2, incredible value. You're gonna be hard pressed to find another GRE prep course that offers more bang for your buck. Number 3, high quality practice material, including a cool custom quiz generator tool. Number 4, really well-crafted answer explanations to those practice problems in both text and video format. And number 5, a ton of extra prep resources, including 24/7 email support. And as for the negatives, you've got number 1, fairly limited quantity of practice material. Number 2, no hard copy prep books. And number 3, generally weak production value in video lessons. So there you have it. You probably get the picture by now. Magoosh is a budget prep course. They don't necessarily stand toe-to-toe with the likes of Kaplan or Princeton Review, but I do think that this course offers a ton of value, especially at under $180. I think the bottom line takeaway here is that if money is tight or you don't necessarily need prep books or live classes, I do think that Magoosh will get the job done for your GRE prep. And that's all I have for you today. I hope this video review has been helpful. If you learned a little something or we helped you out in any way, make sure to return the favor by subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and dropping us a comment below. And if you want to learn more about the GRE or see that full detailed written review of the Magoosh GRE prep course that I talked about at the top of this video, make sure to jump over to our website, testprepinsight.com, where we have a ton of great content about all things GRE. As always, best of luck, and we'll see you in the next one.